So I finally created an MCP server, that will help the cybersecurity community, especially in the monitoring sector. So for in this case, I'm focused on the same on the Wazuh software. This software is a very great software and open source that helps in monitoring endpoint security, threat intelligence, security operations, and cloud security. Okay, so I created this MCP server because sitting behind this dashboard every day is quite stressful, because you always have to be going to different modules, checking what's happening there, coming back, going there, going there, and it's actually stressful. So to avoid that stress, I created the MCP server. The MCP server, which will collect we should collect alerts, we should connect to each module, like the fire integrity monitoring module. You connect that way so that you can easily query, and you supply the module as a tool via the MCP server, and it will help, and you can connect it to any AI. Like in my use case, I'll use Cloud AI, so you can actually just give a prompt like talk to the Wazuh server by saying tell me what's happening in the fire integrity monitoring module, and Cloud will go to the fire integrity monitoring module, which is this one, collect the alerts from there and summarize it and return to you, instead of you coming to the fire integrity monitoring module and searching for alerts manually. Instead of coming here, going up and down, doing all of this. So we will simply ask Cloud to just tell us what's happening here, so that you can easily summarize and you store in your Obsidian notes in a summarized format. Okay, so this module, I'll allow the link to the GitHub server down below, and I'll allow the link to the Medium post also, so that you can easily get started. I've detailed the steps there step by step, so you can easily get used to. So I've already installed it, and if you go to my Docker, this is Docker image. Yes. So you can see I've already installed the version 1. This was the version 1, and this is the version 1.2 that's actually hosted on the GitHub. This is the latest version. So let me go to my Cloud. Once you install it on Cloud, you have it here on the MCP toolkit gateway, which is served via the Docker, the Docker MCP toolkit. So if I'm to search, I want to say, hey, give me a summary of alerts that recently happened in my fire integrity monitoring module. And also store them in my Obsidian. This way, Cloud will fetch the alerts from the fire integrity monitoring module and send them back to me. So I have to give, as you can see here, it's passing in the parameter limit as 20. So I have to give him the permission to execute it once. I don't want it to always execute. I want to execute only when I tell him to execute. So that's just it. And let it go on. Let's have the alerts. It's the session for the alerts. Okay. I think it has got some alerts, and now it's going to summarize it and append it to my Obsidian note. As you can see, it's generating what's going to store the summary, etc. Okay, I think it's generating a lot faster. Okay, so I have to give him the permission to store the node. See, now it's going to call the Obsidian append to. I'm going to append it to my Obsidian, and I think after that now I should have a summary. Okay, so if I go now to my Obsidian, I should have a new summary there. Oops, it's not in there. new binary, that. Okay. Okay, so you can see it has stored everything on. It has stored everything that I discovered on the Wazuh file integrity monitoring module. It has extracted, summarized it, and send it, store it in case if I want to review it, or I want to send it maybe to the security team or the manager for them to know what has happened. I must not go to the dashboard and be seeing everything and noting it down. I already have them. Cloud is going to extract them and give you a summary of what's happening here. High severity, that, file modification, that. And if you go to our Wazuh dashboard, you're going to notice all of those. You're going to notice these are them. File deleted, check some change, Google level 7, all of that. These are them that it has stored in our Obsidian node. Okay, so you can also use cursor. You can also use cursor for the same thing. I've already integrated it to cursor, so you can also use cursor. Everything is available in the GitHub repository. You see the step by step to actually integrate all of them. You can also use cursor to do so. For cursor, I think go to preferences. Hey, if you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. You have the models, MCP. So on the MCP, you can see these are them. These are all the 33 tools that are available. Our MCP toolkit gateway and is serving. This toolkit gateway is actually running on Docker. So if you come to Docker containers, I'm going to see them. Yeah, this is MCP gateway that is running now. So the MCP, this gateway is Cloud that is going to spawn the gateway for you. They are not spawning the gateway in the terminal and come and use it. When Cloud needs it, it's going to spawn the gateway for you. So you just have to configure everything as in the GitHub repository and you are good to go. Okay, so next coming up for this, I'm planning out on how I will integrate this to anything. That's the next objective that I have. I want so that your NNN AI agent should be able to query them, should be able to have access to the MCP server. I'm still working on that, and I think in a quite short bit we will have an output. Thank you all for watching.